The classic Empire Silencer, picked up by Always Want to Fly straight away in the support
Now they have
role.
Puck and Silencer.
Silencer,
That's really tough for Phoenix.
He's basically the hero
potentially
against Phoenix in the laning stage. It just nullifies Icarus Dive. You can't cancel it early because you get silenced from the last word. So this will be a tricky offlane.
Skyrat's a pretty good second, but yeah, Silencer is just the most annoying hero in the game.
It's just so easy. Like, you just, okay, we're going to commit on and put last word. The Phoenix actually just has to run, or maybe egg if he has it, but won't have that in the laning stage. It's going to
be a tough Phoenix game. Boogie's going to need to do a lot here in the offlane to create a little space for him. They're sending Aloha Dance and No Fear bottom, so we may even see a 2-1-2. Maybe they just want to get a ward down to start, but...
Now, Song of the Siren and Egg, that's kind of an interesting interaction where if the Phoenix initiates really aggressively and they want to use that song to reset, the Egg still goes through, so...
It goes...
You can't quite reset the same way.
It goes through, but it's like... Will the timing work out after that? Will the egg hit, and then everyone's still songed for 3 seconds, and you just run away anyway? Or, you know, is it going to be like the song's about to end, then the egg hits, then your team comes out of it and kills them?
So at the same time, if they song, you can focus the egg a lot more easily as well. So it kind of goes both ways. It's just sort of a funky interaction that makes the Noggin need to think twice before just flowing the ultimate.
It can be really good. I've seen it work out extremely well. I've also seen it completely airball, so it purely comes down to timing from both teams.
Yeah.
I remember there's always the global here to interrupt any sort of go. Like, let's say you get the egg off, but then they global right away, and then that's all you have. The egg could be wasted. They could even turn on you if you're Empire, so... See a little fight here early, though. Silent. Force back. He did have to skill up the level 1 Doppelganger. More defensive start for him, but he will make it out.
Not a huge loss. Let's look at some rosters here. Lane setup. 4 Angers will be on the Radiant side. Certainly the underdogs coming up here against your TI5 invites. Volix will take the Winter Wyvern bottom to support Matumba Man on his Storm Spirit. Boogie rotating around on the Bounty Hunter. Nemphy mid on the Shadow Fiend. And the offlane Phoenix played by Trixie. Fairly straightforward laning phase here. We'll see the battle of Sentry Wards in the mid lane. Well, the Bounty Hunter.
Quick trade, which means a win for the Bounty, because he's got 1 extra Sentry, and Always Want to Fly needs to deward the camp. So we won't see any more Sentry Wards here for Empire unless they want to invest additional support gold into them. Bounty Hunter, in some ways, already paying for himself. Now he can be a real pain in the rear for resolution, and this should give Nemphy the edge in the lane. He should be able to get some early souls. Once Shadow Fiend gets ahead in souls, it's actually a fairly tough lane for Puck. Puck can win from minute 0, but not when it's 2v1 like this. So
yeah.
Nemphy should have a good time.
An incredible start for Nemphy already with 8 souls. Resolution, he could go down here. There it is, first blood drawn by Nemphy.
Oh wow, that was not expected. It's a level 1 Bounty Hunter. All he has is the auto attack. Meanwhile, bottom though.
Yeah, Aloha Dance, maybe in some trouble here. Arctic Burn's already been used. Overcharge will slow him down, or overload rather. No fear though, getting blocked out here. Oh my! Now the Tusk falls. Okay, well they won't lose top, but sorry, they could easily end. It looks like they're going to lose 2 lanes now. Double melee against Wyvern's really tough. Arctic Burn's just so good. Storm, as we've talked about in 1v1s, mids is excellent against melee here. Oh, Resolution gonna get punished again by the Bounty Hunter almost. Oh, barely able to draw away, salves up, but that was still like you're looking at a Shadow Fiend who's already got bottle and boots, and Puck, who's got 500 gold to go until he even gets the bottle. This lane is so lost. Yeah, this is really tricky. Now down bottom, more action coming out. A very back and forth lane. Volix trying to do what damage he can. Pops the Arctic Burn again. This time goes on to No Fear. Matumba Man low on mana. Oh no, Snowball. Volix will put himself into the cold embrace. But he's in some trouble here. Snowball comes out, the shards lock him in place, and they will find a kill going the other way. This one goes to the Tusk. Matumba's going in on this one, but he may end up dying as a result. Aloha Dance does not have enough mana, actually. No stick charge. Everybody out of mana here. A couple of salves used, but now Boogie, he's made the rotation and a TP into the tier 1. Empire may have stuck around just a little bit too long here. Matumba still low on mana, but has plenty of HP. Now Volix, still no Arctic Burn. Has a very long cooldown at level 1. Of course, death does not refresh, so just a 1-0 this go around with Empire finding the advantage. But did I speak too soon, LD? The wraparound. They actually make this happen. They don't have no Arctic Burn yet. No chance. All right. But now what do? Do you buy sentries for bottom lane? You're probably not winning this if it's a tri-lane. Boogie has really done a lot of work here in the laning stage. And the good news is for Trixie, he is getting his levels. Even though, as you mentioned, Silencer owns Phoenix in general. They haven't killed him yet.
Able to hug the tower here pretty nicely.
Yeah, it's a straight-up counter in that you can't rely on your Icarus dive to keep you safe, but you still need the damage to bring the Phoenix low, which is very difficult. We'll see.
The key thing is just resolution getting worked over.
He's
Shadow Fiend has completed one, boots bottle, and 550 gold. Puck only now just getting bottle.
So Puck can buy his bottle, but now he doesn't have enough gold for a TP. Someone will probably... There's one on the ground already.
Yeah,
okay.
Someone needs to buy him one. He's going to lose the lane. It's all about, can they make up for it? Can they gank the lane? Can they come back bottom and then win top? But it certainly looked like 4 Anchors were going to win two lanes convincingly the way this started.
Yeah, PL is getting a lot of farm here in the safe lane. Whoa, at the very tail end of Phoenix going down. So there you go. Last word makes it nice and easy. So definitely a victory in the safe lane here. PL topping the last hit chart and now getting an assist.
Yeah, he didn't even bother using the dive. There's just no point, really. It's a long cooldown. You might as well have it for later.
Yeah. Use it to get yourself closer to the lane.
Moving a Bounty Hunter here, I don't think Bounty Hunter is going to allow them to win the lane at this point. He's starting to get a bit underleveled. So I think you just focus on securing mid and bottom. You accept Phoenix is going to have a bad time and look to catch up later on.
Oh, here we go. Vogs for the Arctic Burn. Flies right over those ice shards. They're going on to No Fear. He gets into the snowball. Double damage rune on the Naga. So they could turn and do some serious damage here. Ice Cube comes out for Vogs. Buys him a little bit of time. He dies first, but it costs No Fear his life. A 1-for-1 is now they go blow for blow with Aloha Dance. He could get Boogie here. The double damage rune is enough. And can Storm clean house? One more. There it is. A 2-for-2 in the bottom lane. Storm the victor that stands above the corpses.
Storm level 5.5 in a tri-lane. I mean, it's not a full tri-lane. It's like a pseudo tri-lane with Bounty Hunter being here about half the first 5 minutes. But God, what a start it's been for Matumba Man now.
While that was happening, Resolution again relegated to walk back to the well. Can somebody afford to buy him? I mean, how many TPs has this guy burned in the first 5 minutes? This is...
It's just not winnable. After that first death, because of the build he went for, bottom lane engagement, Matumba Man falling forward through the snowball here. He does have a jump back, and he'll use it. Very long jump. But that leaves Valix on his own. He gets netted up. Now the illusion is chasing him. I think should be okay. Snowball's cooling down. Shard's cooling down. But Matumba Man will be forced to TP out.
Okay.
But yeah, when you go for that build where you go for the early null tally, you get pulled some regen, you can't have all your regen blown and not even be close to a bottle. If that happens, almost every matchup you're just going to lose because of how much it relies on the early CS advantage and playing more of a true 1v1. He didn't get it.
Boogie's now rotated to the top lane, and this is where he'll start to leech some XP, pick on that silencer a little bit. This is one of the drawbacks to the Bounty Hunter without someone working the jungle, because that's his fallback to get experience, just leech. And here he can't really leech from the enemies. Instead, you have to take it from your allies, which is really never what the Bounty Hunter wants to do. Now Resolution going for the bottom rune, caught in a rocky position, will silence, and jaunt to the orb. Matumba Man... No, it doesn't commit for it. I think he could have there, at least.
He's a little worried about this rotation, and
yeah.
I guess if he gets the kill, he probably goes down. So maybe it's the right call by Matumba. He will get snowballed on. A lot of damage up the bat. Quick cold embrace, but out comes the orb. Matumba. Oh, he ends up getting killed off.
Now up top, both of the Dire pushing into the tower, but Boogie's here, and the Shadow Fiend coming around the backside just drops the silencer.
Silence really committing for this. He doesn't have anything for a long time. He may go down here.
Oh my, only a level 1 doppelganger. It's a really long cooldown. Raises connect. It's a double for Nemphy. A great rotation for him. 1,500 gold in the bank, and he'll pick up the treads and finish his Aquila.
Dead even game as far as gold goes. Experience is slightly in favor of Empire, about 750. But that can change in a heartbeat. It's still early. We've got track gold that hasn't come into play just yet. He's already level 4.5, and I think the levels that they're getting are probably the most important ones. Obviously the 2 cores, and then I think just getting track gold in the game early is even more important than getting levels on your Phoenix or your Wyvern, just so that you can start to snowball somebody. But we'll see. Bounty Hunter yet to get level 6, and they may make a go here on Matumba. He's got to jump out in a hurry.
As Storm, one of the better heroes to deal with the Tusk in the laning stage, because he can just jump over the ice shards. I guess same with the Winter Wyvern, really. It's a great dual lane to deal with the Tusk early on.
This bottom dual lane is really highly leveled too. Level 5 on both heroes.
Aye. Quite good.
To get that Walrus Punch, there is some kill potential on Storm. It depends really how much mana he has and the timing of the zip.
Boogie just hanging out up top. Looks like the PL going for a pretty basic build here. Just power treads into what seems like an early Vlad's. It has a headdress on the way now.
Yeah, it looks like he may rotate to the jungle. I think they want to give a little more priority to the the silencer, and if you want to do that, obviously getting the Vlads is probably the ideal item to keep you as full in HP as possible. Also enables a little Roshan action. By the way, Matumba Man forced to TP home again. Even though he's not dying bottom, he's not getting a whole lot of farming space, and I don't know who goes here. Wyvern's been struggling a bit, has given up a kill already in that lane, and actually 2 kills, and a little reluctant to head back down south, but somebody's got to help him. Storm can't just be left. Storm needs more than levels. He definitely is one of those heroes that needs a lot of farm early to have an impact.
Yeah. Nymphy now just moving out of the mid lane, clearing out the jungle. Looks like he'll go BKB first item. Their very standard build here with all of that early farm. It is giving Resolution some space to recover in the mid. He now has boots, 600 gold. Obviously under-farmed for sure, but at least he's getting some levels now and starting to contribute towards the team. Phoenix halfway through level 4.
Bottom lane, they've made it go on a low yet. He is level 6, though. He's got the song if he needs it. No pull available, at least not yet. Remnant finishes him, and the song gets wasted.
That's big.
Big plays by Matumba Man.
That's a really long cooldown. 3 minutes where they know the Naga doesn't have that reset tool. The Trixie pretty under-leveled, though. I think he is one of the lowest level in the game as an offlaner, even behind all 4 supports.
He has ankle boots. Yeah, I mean, he's going to struggle. It's just a terrible lane.
Yeah, so he is the weak link for the 4 anchors right now, but certainly recoverable as Boogie comes out to try and support him. Boogie very close to that track, though, and that's when we see these bounty hunter strategies start to come online.
That's where not having Son is really big, because now 4 anchors... I mean, we saw this from them, was it yesterday or the day before, where it looked like they were losing really heavily, and then all of a sudden, they had that colossal team fight in Game 1, where they got like 5 kills, 1 by 1. It was versus Empire, I believe, even.
Yeah, they're really good at finding that mid-game timing. It's like they draft around and say, okay, these are the key metrics we need, whether it's a blink dagger or an item or a certain set of levels, and they make it happen. And once they start to group up, that's when this team has been pretty scary, at least historically, in this event.
They do have Winter's Curse. There is a global coming soon, though. That's the other reset tool for Empire. So only 4 anchors left to be very careful about. Lance. I am wondering who's going to make the first move here as far as the big playmaking supports go. That Winter's Curse online, the global online. What do you really play just yet, though?
Dire's middle tower is
Global,
under attack.
very close. A couple creep kills away. And Phoenix just at the level 5. Everyone else just farming away here. Really nothing too crazy coming about yet. Just that first round of core items as it's Empire who choose to group up and pressure this tier 1 tower up top. One of the least important towers on the map, and it will fall without contest. Silencer actually getting that little bit of bonus gold.
I think what we're going to see now is 4 anchor. Oh, Boogie might get caught here. He threw out a track. Do they have any detection? They dust, and they do hit him. Boogie going down now.
Yeah, nothing you can do about this one.
Now mid at the same time, they're making it go into no fear, but the Sigil's there as well. The uppercut, now the global coming out. Uh-oh, this could be bad for Matumba. Coil's gonna catch him, almost falled out. And you can ball, break that coil, not take the damage, but it just was a mid-cast animation on getting it off.
Yeah, I thought Resolution may just jaunt to that orb and they could go for another kill, but didn't want to hop in front of his team. I think happy just to find any kind of turnaround in this point, let alone go for something more. And that'll be a blink dagger for Resolution, still at 11 minutes.
Yeah, he skipped.
My God,
he really rushed this. He skipped the treads.
Yeah,
go straight into it, but it's definitely the right way to go. With the way the game started, he's back in it. He's a force, 3-1, 3rd on net worth.
Yeah,
and he's probably, if not their most important hero, but then top 2 on the team, I would say, with just the fact that he can shut down the Phoenix completely, he can shut down the Storm completely. Even the Wyvern can be dealt with by a well-placed puck blink silence, and
yeah,
it's just a game changer. So.
This is a great recovery. He's now number 3 on net worth, still far behind the Shadow Fiend, but right up there with the chorus. Man, 3 minutes in, if you had told me, I'll bet you $100 Puck gets a blink dagger before 12 minutes, I would have told you you're crazy.
Well,
I mean, that's very impressive recovery.
On the side of 4 anchors, it seems like the key piece for them is going to be the Nymphy BKB. He's rushing it. With that, once he completes the BKB, you're likely to see them try to 4-man fight around that, and then the Storm will kind of show up when he sees opportunity. They are making a move, though, into the Dire jungle. PL spotted out here by Boogie, being tracked. I think they might need a 3rd hero to get this one. Well, actually, he's kind of squishy. He's only got the Vlads. They could try for it. Track comes out. Quickly will Doppelganger remove it, but they can go in again. Maybe supports are rotating. Yeah, not going to chance it.
Dire support's on the way here, and
it's just too dangerous with the threat of the song coming out. don't really know where all their supports are, so they're just going to play.
I don't think Boogie really needs to take too much risk right now. Get tracks up and you can maintain eyes on the enemy team, be annoying, but this is not the part of the game where you want to be trading really 1-for-1 or going, you know, too aggressive and getting caught out. He's already died once, or well, twice now, but once since he's hit level 6.
Silent is not a good hero to go on. Well, maybe he is. Empire's actually smoking, although you have to worry about that TP. Are they going to find Matumba Man? They will. Does he ball out quickly enough? First ball, misses the silence, and there you go. He's out.
Very close.
They could try for Silent now, maybe top lane.
Nice reaction there from Matumba.
They can get off the Winter's Curse here. They have a shot at it. They're going to go. Global, though, was ready. I don't know if they can finish him.
Doesn't look like it. On the other side of the world, a fight breaks out in the mid. They do end up getting Matumba Man after all. Phoenix drops the ultimate, and there's the Song of the Siren from Naga. Aloha Dance just goes right in. Chop, 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 but the Naga not going to win the race. Gets stunned by the Supernova. Song expires. Now Mirror Image. We'll see a track come out. Icarus dive across. Aloha Dance pretty damn tanky, but Shadow raises one more ought to do it. Nemphy with the auto attack has the damage, and that is a track kill.
BKB as well as the track move speed. They cannot fight into this BKB unless they bait it. They're going to try with the shards. Nemphy, BKB. Yep, he's going to dodge the snowball. Maybe they can just fight around the BKB, though. It looks like they'll force it out. They don't actually commit. They found the Bounty Hunter retreating. Yeah. Well, they can't fight into it, but they can fight around it. Very nicely done by him.
That is a big victory there. It's a 10-second BKB, and they trade 1-for-1. Puck just gets a solo kill around the backside, so even more recovery for Resolution.
And Matumba Man has been shut down pretty damn hard this game. 3 deaths. Didn't get much farm in the safe lane, only even with the puck mid. And I mean, we all saw how much Resolution struggled early, so... Gonna be... Oh. The rune grab by Matumba. Not gonna go on Resolution, though. It's really gonna be up to fighting around the Shadow Fiend for 4 anchors. They need to give Matumba time to catch up.
Yep. Empire pulling ahead, though. I've got about a 1,500 net worth lead. Silent going to find himself in a world of hurt here. Still only a level 1 doppelganger as Matumba with a double damage rune initiates. They will bring him down, but Aloha Dance with a dust onto Boogie will try to find that kill while No Fear isolates Matumba Man. He just zips across, but now completely out of mana.
Has stick charges, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here.
Oh, it's not looking so good. Can they close this gap, though? Looks like Nemphy will TP in. That should deter Empire quite a bit. Off to the side, the Winter Wyvern's there. Net on Nemphy. And Aloha Dance will just turn tail and run. But now Snowball forward. Right on the Volix. Is there support? No, but No Fear might not need it. Walrus Punch.
The BKB's ready again.
Team on their way in. That's your 9-second charge. And a Winter's Curse on No Fear. Aloha Dance forced to hang around a bit longer than planned. But Ensnare secures his retreat. Weird fight from
Coming
Empire.
in hot, though, is Trixie. He might be able to backstab them. He's got Supernova. If they overcommit on this, could go very poorly. They do have a coil ready. They want Valix. They'll get him with the silence. Nemphy's still backing off. Trixie moving in. He's got to be careful where he goes in with this egg. If they're all in position, they will punish him, and off the bat, always want to fly sees him. Now you are Hawks after him. Trixie flaps away.
This is a very tug-of-war-esque kind of engagement here, where both sides are poking and prodding.
Now they can look to cinch the noose. They're bringing in the Bounty Hunter. They can get that track off. Storm zipping in as well. They've got the numbers advantage here. Global came out, but Matumba Man was already balling in the midst of that, and it looks like Resolution maybe auto-attack down. Additional track going onto the Naga, trying to retreat out, and in the end, Resolution commits heavily, ends up going down. I believe track there. No way he escapes from this. They get the kill and the streak. 4 heroes collecting track gold. So give him an extra 150 on top of the 200 for Bounty Hunter. That's 350 gold, and then the kill gold, the streak gold, ends up being almost a 2K swing in favor of 4 anchors, and they're right back in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Empire just completely overcommitting there, underestimating the power of the 4 anchors, and I think for the puck to commit onto the Winter Wyvern, that's a good play, but after that, you just want to get the hell out of there instead of fishing for more deeper in the jungle.
Bounty Hunter does ward. He got scouted moving in by a Dire Observer ward, so perhaps Bookie will be dewarded here.
The one advantage to Empire forcing these fights, although it's come at a cost, is that BKB now down to 8 seconds. It's still healthy for now, but it'll be down to 5 seconds very early on in this game, and that could become a bottleneck for the Shadow Fiend. Still a kind of a minor victory.
Yeah, that's true, and it's where the Storm's going to have to pick it up, but oh, he makes a big jump towards top lane.
Yeah, try and save Trixie.
He thought Resolution was going to commit on his Phoenix. If he does, maybe gets the kill, but in the end, not. He had the regen rune, so no harm done. He can go in. He makes the go on Resolution. He gets off the pull, and with that Resolution in a lot of trouble. The regen rune's still going. Oh, this is going to be tough to get away from. He has a phase shift at 1 second. Oh, can he get it off? Nope, no chance.
There we go. The Icarus dive coming in for good measure. Nice pick off there for the Storm. Now always on a fly, gets tracked up. will retreat into his friends
under
and
attack.
won't push the issue.
Storm is clawing his way back in this one, though. Matumba Man, combination of good
Dyer's
runes.
middle tower
He
is under
got
attack.
involved in that mega kill streak being ended. In some plays.
Dyer's middle tower
Well, Boogie
has fallen.
finds Silent. I don't know if they really want to fight him. He's now got the defusal.
Yes, a different build on the PL than we've seen a lot of variety, but this one I think Vlad's first item into defusal. It's that happy medium of I can farm in the jungle easily, but I can also come to fights and do a lot of damage to heroes. That's really the power of going for the defusal early on. And it takes your doppelganger illusions from useless to, oh my god, they actually do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's only a level 1 doppelganger, so the cooldown is quite long here relative to the duration, but I imagine we're going to see him skilled up now. He's taking a lot of points in stats, and that time should be coming to an end. By the way, Invis Nemphy on the move, but remember, he's playing with a bounty hunter on his team, so this is a slightly dangerous play. You always have to be worried about potential sentries, and in fact, there's one up the hill, but that's not the way he's headed. He's going to get Eyes and Always Want to Fly, who bubbles back through the camp into an easy track. Don't need the Requiem for that, but he'll use it anyway.
All right. For good measure, I suppose. Another track kill as Resolution comes in for a little bit of cleanup. No dust, no sentries right now, so they're not going to be able to find anything. Meanwhile, up top, Trixie in a world of hurt.
I just got my
from
Midas,
silence.
man.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Phoenix at least gets the
They have the
Midas,
turfs,
but-
though. Can they get it off? They will onto Silent. This is where you'd love to have the Requiem, but you're going to have to turn with the raises. Out comes a Lance. That takes Valix out of the fight. Need both of these raises to hit, and I think a little more auto-attack damage. Silent engaging forward. He does not have any escape mechanisms left. They'll get the Silent kill. Big takedown. While the Silencer was dead, so he couldn't global to help them. Very unfortunate. Resolution moving in. As is tracked up, though. They saw this one coming. Nemphy going to hold them off. Keeps them at bay with the BKB, and he will break the coil, raising out the wave. Backs off. Nemphy has just been a stalwart bodyguard for his team ever since he got this BKB.
Yeah, absolutely. Storm will zip back defensively down bottom. You know, I have to tell you, LD, I'm not sure that I'm sold on this PL build. Oh, mid lane. Full action going out. Trixie and Aloha dance. And they will just back out. But he's prioritized stats over Doppelganger. He's 3 points in attributes right now and just gets that second point in the Doppelganger. I feel like it's worth it to level up that ability. Obviously, it's just cooldown that improves, but 25 seconds to 10 seconds is a world of difference, and can't help but feel like he would have had a chance at surviving with a lower Doppelganger.
I think it's because he went Vlad's and Defusal, so he's got no HP.
Yeah.
With that, if you don't go for stats here, you're sitting 3-digit HP, even on Strength Treads, or just around 1,000, so... Yeah, it does hurt your ability to fight. He's going, obviously, this is the point where you start maxing it.
Yeah. Or, on that same kind of logic, if you want the stats, would it be worth it to go like a hybrid 2 points in the Spirit Lance and put the rest in Doppelganger?
No, you got
to max the Spirit Lance.
Max. The Lance scales really well with the slow, the illusion duration,
that's true.
The damage, like that spell scales across the board. So
yeah. Well, it's kind of a moot point now as Doppelganger's level 3, but it has definitely been a minor issue for him.
I think it was the right build, but it does have its drawbacks, of course, and see them there. Also, hurts that Silencer was dead, or he could have global to maybe save the PL, but global, then quickly TP away, but, you know, wasn't available.
He's still just creeping around here. He will commit to this build that's become popular recently, Arcane Mech on the Bounty Hunter with that early ooze.
He's really done a lot of work. Quietly, sure, and he's 0-4, but he's kept vision on Empire most of the game. Several really big track kills for the team. He's had a surprisingly large impact that isn't really shown on the scoreboard, as we will see a jump in on mid. Always on a fly. Looks like he may go down to Matumba Man. He gets off the nuke. Auto attack will end him.
Matumba Man could be in some trouble, though. It comes to Snowball. No fear. Gets instantly Winner's Curse and still gets off the punch. But, Matumba Man will go down. Volix will just barely TP out.
But he did buy his Bloodstone, so I would say about an even trade. Gets the Bloodstone, gets the kill, but does feed a kill away.
And it's a streak as well. Naga ends it. Naga also picked up a gem.
Yeah, actually with the streak, that's a win for him.
Yep. Now Naga has a gem, and one of the better gem carriers propagates to illusion, so Bounty Hunter will need to be a lot more careful now as Empire move into the Roche pit. Medallion out on Roche, that makes it nice and easy. Also a Sigil here for good measure. This will be uncontested for Empire, it looks like, with the anchors not moving to react.
Will it? Trixie, he wants to rumble. There's the Yules. Well played by Resolution. He was ready for the jump in. Holds the Phoenix in his tracks. Uppercut. See ya.
Oh, made that ice cube fly.
He just got blasted off the map. That was like the Luigi fire punch from Smash 64, man. He just does work.
Alright, so that Bloodstone comes out. Lose the Phoenix. Empire get the Aegis on silent. No big surprise there. They'll also pick up a Yasha. Still doing kind of this glass cannon build, but his damage output is getting a little bit scary. Not something you can just ignore. Bollocks will get coiled. Actually breaks the tether. Resolution lacking the support. Maybe Resolution going in too deep here. He can't get off the self-Yules or a phase shift. Bollocks will go ahead and put himself inside of the cold embrace. The rest of Empire try to catch up. They will bring down the Bounty Hunter as well as the Wyvern.
They need Shadow Fiend here. He's got to be involved in these fights. Requiem coming out. Will connect on 2 heroes. Almost finish off the sunset. Perfectly placed. Phoenix Egg is going to burn a lot instead. Almost stunning silent. Ball forward. No mana for a pull. He's going to doppelganger back, but they're still in pursuit. Burning him to death with the Sunray, and he will lose the Age. Can they kill him a second time? That's the question. No Fear in position to try and keep him alive. Throws out the shards. Another doppelganger. Now it's only a 2v2. The rest of the team kept away, but get off the track. Nymphy flicks forward. Make it a 3v1 as Tusk will leave him. Suddenly, Age is gone. Empire. 3rd game in a row where they're taking some really risky, aggressive fights and getting punished. They didn't even get the tier 1 mid. That's going to be denied.
That just... I'm trying before I get negative about that play from Resolution. I mean, why? A solo coil onto the Winter Wyvern. Valix makes the smart play to say, hey, he's solo here. If I just break the tether, I'm going to be able to walk away before his friends can even get here and kill me. And that's exactly what he did. He walked away, put himself in the cold embrace under the tower, made space for the Shadow Fiend to get there, and Empire basically fought that fight without a puck or a Dream Coil because it was wasted before the true fight even broke out.
I didn't see this. Did he miss the silence on the Wyvern, or they just couldn't burst him in time?
No, like Puck, he's between the towers here, sees the Wyvern, just a solo coil close to the edge fit, and the Winter Wyvern broke the coil almost straight away. I mean, that was his, okay, I can bake this, I'm going to run for it. So Resolution couldn't even get in range to get off the silence.
I think he's just a little... He might be forcing it a bit. In the game... Was it game 1 or game 2? One of the games last series... What was Resolution playing that series?
In game 1? It's TA in the 2nd game.
The Bristleback game, I felt like he really was... There were times where he's just like way in deep over his head, and maybe it's just kind of messing around, maybe he's not taking it that seriously, or maybe he's just not on the same page.
Look how forward he is.
Oh, he's got Yules.
He has a Yules blink, but I mean, this is still... He's pretty isolated here. They're going to harass him back when Tumba Man did come down.
I think it's more like he expected the team to be just a little bit closer mid lane, and...
Yeah.
It was a really nice fight for 4 anchors, though. Give them credit, because after they lost a couple heroes, Shadow Fiend TP's in, he preemptively BKBs, blinks forward, Requiems, that forces 2 heroes back the other direction mid, drawing on the map here, and then Trixie setting up on the high ground to cut off the path of retreat with the egg. That was just
really nice.
They really pincered them beautifully with the 2 big AoE spells.
Yeah, at first it seemed like the Shadow Fiend got there a little bit late, but it turned out that he got there at pretty much the perfect time to turn that fight around. It was almost as if Empire said, hey, the Shadow Fiend's not here. We need to commit deep on this because this is a golden opportunity. And Nymphy popped in right as they were in deep with their hand in the cookie jar, so to speak.
13 Bloodstone charges on Matumba Man. He's not nearly as farmed as his pal Nymphy, but he's getting there. We will see a Manta come out for Nymphy, so now he's got 2 solutions for the silences and also a potential distraction for Empire. Good in general versus a lot of these heroes and a lot of these single target lockdown spells. And with track gold at their side, 4 anchors are in prime position to take over this game. It's Empire who have to make plays. They're not going for that, EGM style Naga. They're playing this very much relying on the PL and the puck. So you're gonna have to find ways to make plays with those 2 together.
Yeah, Roche not up for a pretty long time here, so not an option for Empire, at least in the near future, in terms of recovery. They will rotate into the jungle with a smoke, but Tumba Man just tries to TP home. That won't happen. Okay.
He did get it off.
So he Bloodstone denies. That's a coil and a global used for a suicide.
And now they have... trying to find Silent here. Bogey goes in with the track, but he's the gem carrier, and he doesn't have a whole lot left here. He's in a bit far, but now Shadow Fiend comes through, gets off the Requiem. It dodged! Beautiful timing there. Both Silent on the Doppelganger.
Okay, so quite a few ultis on cooldown.
Oh, here comes the backstep from Resolution. He's looking for Bogey, maybe? No, he might find some other heroes, though. Duels, no. It's and then he realizes, okay, the last time I did this, I fed mid. I'm gonna take it easy.
I'm heading back to safety. Now the puck will move into the Aghanim Scepter, so going for the upgraded Dream Coil here, that big break stun duration.
Well, it's really useful against Storm.
Yeah. Great against Shadow Fiend, though.
Can be good against Shadow Fiend, but he's a pretty long-range carry. He doesn't... hugely need to run around.
Yeah.
I think he maybe just wants to tank up a bit as well.
Well, No Fear could always get the Aghanims, and they could kick people to break the tether. Some cute
so
synergy
Walrus
there.
kick.
Sort of similar to that Venge swap with a Puck Ags we've seen before. The Walrus kick does go through BKB, so that could be a way to deal with the Shadow Fiend towards the late
I
game.
haven't gotten to see Walrus kick competitive play yet.
It's funny.
I know. I saw. Well, actually, I think I might have seen like a minute of the game you and Cuddle Guy cast, but
Yeah. It's funky.
not as much as it would have.
I don't know that I would say it's really a value pickup, but in certain situations it can be very helpful.
Well, 4 Anchor slowing the game down a bit. Have the Midas on Trixie. They have track gold on their side. There's really no rush here for them, and should it go late, PL probably the strongest overall carry in this game, but I feel like 4 Anchors, after their one position, they bring more to the table. They're a little bit of a deeper draft.
Yeah.
Wyvern scales incredibly well as a support. Phoenix, maybe countered by Global, kind of depends on the timing of the fights.
Bounty Hunter scales very well.
And I think just having Shadow Fiend Storm, like, that's a lot more late game than what the Puck brings to bear, for example.
Yeah. We didn't really make big note of it, but Naga did lose the gem in that last fight. It is the Bounty Hunter still. He was carrying it, but that's huge for 4ASC as well. Now they don't have as many ways to deal with him. Matumba Man caught by the Ensnare. Courier almost in the danger zone, but it will not get picked off.
Going in.
Oh, he wants more. They grab No Fear. Global Silence comes out, and I think 4ASC will retreat. No, Netfi blinks in. Man, that was bold.
I mean, he's almost got his next item. So we're looking at, if he wants the Butterfly, he can buy the Eagle song very soon. He's also got the potential Scotty to go towards. He's getting gigantic on the Shadow Fiend. Still out farming a PL, despite being very involved in the fights. 8-0-4.
Yep.
That's CSing him too.
So is Butterfly the next natural choice? I guess there isn't really a great MKB carrier on the Dire side, so...
PL is pretty good. I mean, it's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's true. As a next
But that's
item,
about it. They really don't have anyone else.
Yeah, I feel like Silent will want to either go for like a heart or a Butterfly himself. Going MKB next item makes him still very squishy. Really
no, yeah, I don't think it's your next item. It's like your item after that. If he goes Butterfly,
right.
I think Scotty Butterfly Satanic the Shadow Fiend build here, but
I was talking about PL, but yeah.
But Matumba Man, he balled in. What the hell was that? And he's gonna get caught. Doesn't have the Bloodstone deny.
Doesn't have
on
mana.
the high ground. ETPs. Don't tell me he makes us out of here. Okay, so that was just
song used. That was weird.
So he went here on bottom, and then he could have easily just backed. He had plenty of mana, no lockdown on him. For some reason, he just jumped in. Tusk was waiting. He's like, oh, hey, cool, free kill. Very bizarre sequence of events. There was nobody even remotely in the neighborhood to help him. I am not sure what the plan was there.
No. Resolution now with his completed Aghanims. And also Solar Crest out on the Tusk. So again, this is a hero that has a lot of flexibility in terms of item choices. We've seen Blink Dagger Rushes, Shadow Blades, Desolators, and here's Solar Crest.
There's no song though. Aloha Dance, no Fear will be scouted out. They get off a curse. Very nicely done. That finishes off Aloha Dance, who was tracked. 2-3 heroes involved in that. They're looking now for No Fear. Oh, is he dragging him back? Yes, he is. Come at me, bro, he says. Now he turns. The track applied again. They'll run him down. Finishing him off.
Another kill. Now, if he didn't snowball there, I think they would have killed him without track, but that gave Boogie enough time to have that cooldown come back.
I like the way Nymphy moved. He backs up towards this tower. The PL illusions will go really hard on Trixie, but there's the ball in. Find Silent. Matumba Man has a little bit of mana left, and he engages. Stempy BKB Requiem is available. Is he going to use it? No, taking some damage for now. Still holding on to it. Will get worked by this PL quite a bit. Broke the coil, and now BKB's Walby Winter's Curse, or Cold Embrace, rather.
Yeah.
Very awkward sequence of events for 4 Anchors, but they still get the 2 first kills.
Yep. Boogie was chasing down the Phantom Lantern, stalking him. Like, I found the real one, guys, but everyone else was back dealing with his army that he left behind, so... A little bit awkward, but not too bad overall. Will be a longer Roche respawn, about 45 seconds till it comes up. Now we'll see PL trying to do some Ancients again. 4ASC putting the pressure on. They will push him back. Rest of Empire, though, in hot pursuit. They're ready to come in and try and punish this over-aggression from the Anchors. Boogie does walk away. Gem. Alright, so Aloha Dance has another gem. Is that the same one or a new one? Looks like No Fear might have bought that. Radiant still theirs in the base. So, yeah, Dire have picked up a new gem now, the second of the game.
Pretty big investment, and with that, supports on the side of 4 Anchors probably start to pull ahead here. fact, we see the Bounty Hunter with more gold than the offlane Tusk, which largely is probably trap gold coming into play, but again, that's where, even if Empire have the hardest carry in the game, 4 Anchors seem like they'll have the deeper team, especially if they continue to get trap gold.
You know, I really wish there were some more detailed statistics on what percentage of the total gold on this team has come from track. You know, I wish we could really quantitatively measure the impact of the Bounty Hunter.
I'm hoping Source 2. Yeah, go get the old Dota 1 detailed stats.
KDA is definitely not the way to do it. He's 0 and 4, but that is just not representative of his style to the game. Here we go. Fight breaks out. They'll always want to fly. Isolated off to the side. He'll go down first. Now No Fear on the run, but Nemphy BKB. Song of the Siren won't reset this fight enough. The BKB from Matumba Man, 10 seconds debuted in this exchange. Already a 2-0. Now it's a 5-on-3. An egg comes out and it looks to be in a good spot. Resolution gets caught by the winner's curse. He'll go down. Silent tries the doppelgang away, but now completely isolated. It's just him and the Naga. The Naga's already headed for the hills. He wants the doppelgang out. Oh, Nemphy preemptively heads to the high ground. Roche put him out here with a couple of claps. He makes it to the high ground. Oh, no, but Trixie's there. Oh, Silent. Could he actually get a kill onto Trixie? He does on his escape, but now Nemphy comes in to seal the deal. That'll make it a 4-for-1 around the Roche pit, and now options opening up for the Anchors.
With track gold too. That's a 4K gold swing, 4K experience, actually, sorry, 5K experience practically here on 4 Anchors. Butterfly now complete on your Shadow Fiend. Matumba Man already completed the BKB, another 1100 gold on him. He's going to grab the Aegis. Mr. Boogie to go with his Guardian Greaves, can buy another item soon. Balance building towards his. Everybody's getting items now. Wow. This is getting pretty ugly.
Now Storm picks up the Aegis of the Immortal. Empire with
regen rune.
Yeah, with some life left in him here. Things quickly getting out of control as now the full Butterfly comes out for the Shadow Fiend. Options looking a little more limited for Empire.
Under attack.
Butterfly, Scotty, Daedalus, Satanic. These are probably the main items he's going to be looking at. Maybe MKB in the mix there. But the thing is, Shadow Fiend gets to look at all those juicy 2-4 items now.
Moving around here, we'll get caught by the gem. Naga Siren's got one, and that'll be a freebie for Empire.
Spend his gold though. He's actually completed a Vlad's now.
Really
Nice.
help.
Vlad's great to have with the Shadow Fiend. Will stack nicely with this one with the Dominator. Good plus damage aura. Cheap item too.
Perfect for the kind of role that Bounty Hunter's playing in this game. And yeah, since the buff to Vlad's, we've been seeing it a little bit more, but I would argue that we could even see it a little bit more than he's been picking up. It just feels like such a great kind of 7th slot item for these Shadow Fiend Storm types that always have inventory issues. So here we go. Both teams just back to farming on their side of the map. Matumba Man with 9 Bloodstone charges, plenty of time on the Aegis. About 2,000 gold. We'll see where he wants to go next. If he looks at something maybe like an Orchid, could look at just the Scythe of Vice, Shiva's Guard. Shiva's pretty good for the AoE just to try to deal with the PL. We've even seen some teams go double Shivas against the PL just to have that kind of burst AoE damage. I know that they need it this game, Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, I mean, the other way to go is to get your Refresher Shadow Fiend. We saw that from Arteezy and I forget what tournament. Maybe it was the Summit. I know there was one time when he went Refresher Shadow Fiend to deal with a PL. It ended up working, mostly because S4 was out of control and Queen of Pain. Here's the jump bottom, No Fear caught out, dealt with, killed. Easy for 4 Anchors, and no buyback. They may push in.
Definitely get a tier 2 tower here. Meanwhile, Silent and Aloha Dance are moving in towards the tier 2 in the mid lane. Nearby is the Phoenix, but
oh, I don't know if Empire can hold this. They have everything, though. They have Global, they have the Song. Do they come back? Trixie's waiting to cancel TPs. Perhaps he's got a Yule Scepter. Or may not have the whole team here to fight.
No, they get the tier 2. Silent. Actually, oh, does he not have a TP scroll? He doesn't have one.
Oh, God. Silent's in a lot of trouble now.
Oh, my.
They're going to be fighting without him for ages. They do have the Song to slow this down. The Global to discourage 4 Anchors. Very awkward. There's your Scotty and TP. Okay, now he's back in the saddle.
There we go. So the Courier brought it out. Still, that cost them a tier 3 tower, basically. They get the tier 2, ends up being a 2-for-1 trade, and a pretty good advantage here for the 4 Anchors. Don't want to press their luck too much here. Even with the Aegis, they won't try to go for the barracks. Still 2 minutes left on the Aegis, so they could just have another swing at it, or just use it to knock down these last 2 outer towers, the tier 2 mid and top.
Still lots of time here for 4 Anchors before they have to worry about getting, you know, like running out of slots on their cores, I guess you could say. And we're only 38 minutes in. They still have the Aegis. Storm gonna ball forward top lane. Silent is making his move on him. Matumba may just have to blow all his mana and walk away.
Yeah, well, if you don't blow it on Zip, you're gonna lose it all the illusions anyhow, so he will survive, at least for now. PL, thinking about pursuing, but does double back to go farming.
So for Empire, I think the big thing now is getting that puck Hex. If they can get the Hex, they have a decent shot at killing heroes like Storm, Wyvern, off the bat. But without it, Rankers generally get off their key combos, and from there, it's tough to fight into them.
Yeah,
so I think Resolution, despite the slow game, he's going to be important. Always Want to Fly is going for a naked refresher up, but it's just very slow going here for him.
Shadow Fiend up to about 3,000 gold. He'll pick up the Reaver. I think that's a full Satanic. It sure is.
Oh, God.
Now, Butterfly Satanic is his top tier items. He will feed his Courier there, poor little dragon, but he gets his items at least, so I guess not the biggest loss. Minor play there.
So yeah, now you got MKB on Shadow Fiend probably. Just PL's almost certain to go for a Butterfly as one of his items. And
plus they have a Solar Crest also, so that'll help. I haven't seen No Fear's been prioritizing with it, but Shadow Fiend seems to be a pretty likely target.
Rankers are probably just waiting for the next stages, I guess, at this point. Storm almost has a Hex. That's another big item for them.
It'll be a while. They actually still have the first stages. It's about to expire in maybe half a minute or so.
It's more given the fact if they wanted to use it, they would have made a play by now. But they are walking down mid, so who knows? Maybe they do go.
No, I mean, they're so far ahead. Do they even need the Aegis to make a good fight?
They just smoked. No Fear immediately revealed. The paints come out.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure what No Fear was expecting because Memphis was just walking down mid, but here they come for the backstab.
Maybe hoping they would retreat. Some of the teams still smoked up.
No vision for the Radiant, but they see the puck mid. Aloha Dance going to reveal himself now. Makes the illusions. Is he going to song here? Just Riptides for now. Glimmer's back.
Cape is
the tease.
Reset. Here we go. Quill on 2. The follow-up. Global Silence. Nemphy pops the BKB. Requiem. There's your egg to follow up. Aloha Dance, the one that'll get focused down. There's enough BKBs that the song just doesn't reset as much as they'd like. Supernova goes off. It connects on Silent just on the edge of it. He'll live through the initial round of burst. Doppelganger to the high ground. He has the Solar Crest buff, which is helping him out here. Trixie committing just a little too much. Will he be able to make it to the low ground? Whoa! There's a couple of hit points there. He will live. Compliments of that stun ray. Now the Fear kind of left behind. He'll get finished off. Another track kill. Or dead on the dire side.
That's the second gem they've lost this game, I do believe.
Now it's just Silent. Nemphy wants them. Spirit Lance comes out. Nemphy looking for some raises here, but another Doppelganger to the high ground. The PL will live. Still 4 for 1. Now this tier 2 tower falls in favor of 4ASC.
Waiting for that fight recap. With tracks, that's probably 4 or 5k.
It's so much track gold that the recap can't do the math. It's struggling.
All right, it was 3.5k plus a tower, which I don't think it counted. So
how did I not get it?
You never got it?
No, well, all right, I missed it. That was weird. Okay, well, it's still a big fight for ASC. Numbers
it was like 3k gold, 4k experience, and then they get the towers. So probably 4k gold.
Nice.
That's a lot. And everyone's getting it. I mean, you look across these inventories, there's not a single hero that doesn't have a big item. Blink Dagger and Glimmer up on Valix. We now see a Bounty Hunter build into an Assault Caress, probably, maybe a Shiva's Guard. I mean, this would support Bounty Hunter. I do. Jesus.
Yeah, I think both will be good. Shiva's is just a great utility item to have in general, so is the AC. And the Dream World, they'll get both. So keeping his options open. Yeah, Hex on Matumba. Looking at the dire side, really just the PL that's finding a lot of good progression.
I mean, going back to that fight, I think the key thing was how little the song did there. As you mentioned, they both got up their BKBs, the Storm and the Shadow Fiend. And then on top of that, Phoenix was supernovaing during the song. So the song only held Wyvern and Bounty Hunter in place. And Bounty Hunter had already thrown out a tracker too, so he'd already done his job.
Yep.
The only hero you're really disabling with the song is the Wyvern. And what are you setting up for? They don't really have a great follow-up to the song. There's no Bloodright, there's no Black Hole, there's no RP, Chrono, there's just nothing really big that combos with it, and if you're not able to do something like break up a fight or use it to rat, and you're certainly able to combo it, then what is it really offering you?
They find Silent here, the smoke rotation to get off the Hex before Doppelganger. Now just for the damage, Winner's Curse says, I think so. Requiem on top of it.
Requiem, more like.
Yeah, easy kill on Silent. He will have plenty of gold for a buyback here, but Yule's used on Tusk in the mid lane, and Trixie. Icarus dives forward. Resolution will be nearby as well. The rest of 4ASC starting to rotate over. They may just push mid tier 3 to try to force the buyback here, or even see if it's available. Aloha Dance is split pushing down bottom.
You go.
TP's out.
There's still a tier 2 bottom. You've got a catapult. I mean, it's a fairly small up. You can do some chip damage here with Nemphy.
Yeah.
So walk up, kill off the sigil first and foremost.
They're all very healthy here.
Very tanky as well. Satanic, BKB. Good luck bursting him. You're going to have to, though. Ball forward from the Storm. He makes the first move onto Aloha Dance. Pulled into the snowball. Now it runs back the other way. Uppercuts there. Holding the double man in place. He's got BKB. He's still to use it. He's kept alive by the Wyvern. And now the Global coming out. Son of the Siren finally deployed. They will bring down Trixie on his own. Now they work him a Tumble Man. They slap him down too. That's the kind of Son you're looking for if you're Empire. Finally, they're going to throw the Bounty Hunter up in the air. This could be the third kill of the fight. And it probably will be. Snowball crashes in. Shards are there. 3 for nothing. Big fight.
3 for buyback is basically what that turns into. The PL did buy back away, but 4ASC, it's like they took that fight knowing the PL had bought back and it's on cooldown. I don't think you want to commit that deep. You want to force the buyback and then back off and start PL so that it doesn't get anything out of it. Instead, you hand over a couple of your cores and it makes a little dent in the graph. I think overall you could still call that a pretty decent exchange for 4ASC. If you can kill the PL again, they'll have that luxury as Roche is around the corner, but going in just a little too deep there and punished for it.
That's a good point. There's definitely a timing window here where if they get Aegis and they get mid, Sun has no buyback. Careful if you're Empire about that. Rat it out a little bit, carry CPs.
The question, though, is
push.
Will the Radiant get to Roche? It's already been scouted out by No Fear. They've got no one in the vicinity. Storm, meanwhile, trying to gank Resolution, gets a solo kill in the top lane. Now Roche options for Empire looking a little bit more limited. They may still try to go for it, but...
And Puck just bought his Hex, so he doesn't have buyback right now. But I don't know if 4Anchor's ready for this. Nemphy, he could go in solo and a lot of work. He's waiting for his team. He's going to engage. He blinks into the entire enemy team.
No.
Now BKBs. They cannot cut him and disable this one. No, they didn't get off the uppercut. It was cooling down, so Nemphy gets off the Requiem. Looks like he'll fall here. He's Satanic, but he was not doing a whole lot during Satanic and now kept alive a bit longer. Nemphy left to his own devices will fall a second death.
He was not ready for Roche to be that low. He hopped in thinking, hey, let's just scout this out, see what's going on here. Oh god, Roche is dead. Now I'm dead. That was about the worst way that could have gone down. PL and the godlike streak. 1,200 gold going his way. Always want to fly. Gets the refresher off that.
Look at the overall gold change from that fight. That is 4,500 gold. The other fight was like 3,000. That's like a 8k gold swing practically, and now they're going to lose another hero. The Phoenix down in their own jungle. Silent runs them down with the DD rune. On a mega kill streak. God damn, look at that graph. They still haven't taken racks on the side of 4Anchors.
That is a pretty big swing. And the other thing here, they still have the Aegis. Silent now level 25. Holy Toledo. Now I guess Nemphy's level 25 as well, but this PL is really getting big at this point.
Now it's MKB. It's Empire's turn to try and force buybacks, it seems. They parade down mid as a unit. They have the Hex on Puck. It wasn't delivered until after the Storm killed him, but now it's ready. Going to be a fairly tough hold here. They may have to blow the Shadow Fiend buyback, and that is a big win for Empire if they can force it.
Even if he bought back, it's still a 5v4. They've got 30 seconds of no Phoenix, no buyback available. There is a Radiant Glyph. They'll use it straight away here. We'll kind of see the positioning of the Radiant side all very defensive right now. And the tier 3 tower falls. The man comes in to clear up the creep wave, but now they go to war on the barracks. Silence giving it the old chop, focusing the melee barracks. Doppelgangs for a couple of extra illusions, and
they're forfeiting the reps. They're not going to buy back on Shadow Fiend, so they will have 2 lives for the second lane. As they get on Silent, Global comes out just to protect him with that Empire. May just want to retreat here rather than try and push more.
Bouncer still has his refresher, so we'll have another Global if they want to force another fight or one breakout pretty soon here. Bugs moving out of the base. Silent will not initiate on him. Alright, so that's a mid lane of barracks down. The range is still standing, but Cardi here is about to finish it off. It'll fall very easily. So big win for Empire. Even though they're behind for most of this game, boy, are they bringing it back.
They're going for it, Andrew. They don't seem like they want to back too much here. Want to keep on shoving their way in.
Doppelganger for some extra bout of illusions here. Plenty of time on the Aegis. Oh yeah, 2.5 minutes. Okay.
I think you wait for next creep wave here. Mid lane's pushing in, top lane's pushing in. At least you chip. You have the global, as you mentioned. The refresher was used. There's no reason not to. Puck sees a good opening with the Hex, then you can make a move.
I think the key thing is here, they know there's no glyph, so they can just chip at this tower and there's really easily reset. Icarus dive across. Empire still playing this very cautiously, putting front lines. Tumba Man zipping back and forth, gets down to about half health. They do have damage to the tower, but now Winter's Curse used on Silent. The Global comes out and they disengage right away.
PL just jumped into the Requiem, almost instantly loses all his HP. MVP beat, but PL's gonna fight through it. Kept alive by the Wyvern, very nicely done. Now the Supernova coming in, it's about to crash, but it's while the Aegis is still counting down. So it doesn't stun Silent, who continues to run in. Engaging forward, Matumba Man working on him. There's the track, the song. Second reset tool of the fight. Resolution wants to re-engage. He can get off a big silence here. A multiple heroes orbing through. The silence not coming out yet. He got pulled first. He didn't get it off. That's going to cost him potentially, but Silent continues to march in. Shadow Fiend on the retreat. So too is the Storm. Now healing up at the well. But while he's healing up, the entire base is crumbling. Middle lane's been caved in. Range Rax in jeopardy. The bottom lane exposed now as the tier 3 will fall. Does cost them an Aegis in the end, but
huge for Empire. They forced 2 buybacks out of that LD, and the only casualty is Resolution. So far, Matumba Man hops out, Walrus punch to the face. He'll be alright. They turn No Fear into a piggy, and they will chop him up and fry him. He'll be the one that gets left behind. Still a great trade for Empire overall. A lot of damage done to the 4 anchor base, and now quite a few buybacks.
They force the 2 buybacks. They kill off the ranged Drax mid from the creeps. They get the tower bottom. That is well worth it. And the Aegis would have been basically expired by now. Only about 30 seconds left. So really, in the end, the perfect execution from Empire.
Yeah, it would have been a much different fight for the anchors if Trixie could have timed that egg just a little bit differently so that it would have stunned PL right as he was back from the Aegis. Almost impossible to time.
It's so long.
Yeah.
The 6-second duration before it goes off. You have to have some godly anticipation.
Yeah.
See the future, basically.
What I wanted to highlight is that Trixie was damn close. I mean, that was half a second off or something, just a little bit different, and that fight goes completely differently where 4ASC make a much more convincing hold. So just how these little tiny things can make such a big difference in World of Dota.
Well, now they have the map control, with middle lane always pushing in, bottom lane exposed, the threat of Rat from Empire, 4 anchors. Really can't afford to give away the next rush, but may have a very difficult time contesting as PL gets towards 6-slot territory. Butterfly's about to come out.
He's massive.
Shadow Fiend is going to get MKB, but I mean, we really see the issue for Shadow Fiend, which is that just your Satanic is often useless. You just keep on hitting illusions, you're not left dealing, and then you just die.
Yeah, a lot of Satanic carriers will pop it and then just attack just the ground, just instantly just attack something. And when illusions are surrounding you, you can't really do that because you don't lifesteal off illusions, so you have to be much more cautious about how you use it, when you use it. It's tricky stuff. Nemphy's still very farmed, but I know that he just wins a straight-up man fight against the PL. It's like he wants an MKB of his own, not sure what he's going to cycle out. I guess probably the Manta style. I guess it could be a Daedalus also.
We'll see.
They'll need the MKB against PL. Without that, there's just no way.
Mention the Shivas. I think this is a pretty big item in general against the PL. Good AoE. The attack speed slow makes a difference. And
Bounty Hunter actually didn't go for one. He committed to the Lotus Orb.
Oh,
Storm goes for the Shivas.
Yeah, I kind of assumed it would be an AC, but
yeah,
Lotus Orb makes some sense here.
Okay. I mean, they will go for the second Shivas on Tricks, so they will actually still go for the double Shivas strategy.
Actually, what do you refer?
Phantom Lance.
Walrus Punch, Lance, the Puck Hex.
Yeah, Hex is the big. I guess last word.
Not the Global or the Psalm, though. They're like the 2 biggest spells.
Doesn't seem like a great Lotus Orb game.
It's like a Thos game, I would say. Yeah. Mainly, I think it's just because they're all in on the Shadow Fiend to win these fights for them as far as the main damage dealer, so they just want to do everything they can to keep them alive.
Yeah. It also dispels negative buffs. I'm trying to think if there's anything that would dispel. I guess use it to dispel Hex, yeah?
Yeah.
So it has some extra utility on that front.
So. Should work like a diffuser.
Yeah. Can you dispel the Purge? I think you can, right?
Probably.
Yeah, like if PL purges you, you can just orb right away. So there's a couple of little things that you can use to get it off, but big investment for the Bounty Hunter for sure. And Shifeed actually did commit. Oh, he bought a Daedalus that looks like he sold it back and then went for the MK. And gets it completed at the exact same timing that the Phantom Lancer goes for his Butterfly as he rendezvous with his team. Empire will smoke an enemy territory, but it's right under this Radiant Ward. Oh no, how unfortunate for Dire. They pick up their 4th gem here on the Naga Siren.
Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't reflect items. I don't know why I thought it did.
Oh,
it's only spells, so yeah.
I was following your lead there.
It's my bad. I've not seen the item too much in pro play,
but it can purge off the hex if I'm not mistaken.
Doesn't really. I mean, what does it? If it's only abilities, what does it really reflect then?
I honestly think it
feels rather underwhelming. I believe even when you recast the Phantom Lance, you get a Bounty Hunter illusion, not a PL one. Fairly certain about that. So it's not like you get your own PL armor either.
I keep thinking about the Dispel, but anything that it dispels, you could just get a Diffusal Blade. It does the same thing, but easier. So I don't know. I'm scratching my head a little bit. I don't really see how this is better than an Assault Cuirass for the Bounty Hunter this game. I mean, obviously, HC is a little more expensive, but it's not like the Bounty Hunter has really been hurting for gold this match either. Interesting. Well,
now I'm just all tabbed reading about
Lotus Orb and all of the glories. Yeah.
Oh no, it's saying it does repel some items. It's just worded very poorly. I thought it reflected items. But then I'm reading the write-up on it, and it's saying it's these spells, but I think it's like listed Halberd, Diffusal. Okay, it does reflect the hex and stuff like that. So the original analysis was
okay. Well, we just went down a rabbit hole there. Resolution gets initiated on. Force out a global to repel. Now Coil on 2 Volatile Glimmer hit himself. Now Matumba Man gets hexed. Oh, there it is. The Lotus Orb cleanses the hex, but it's not enough to keep it alive. The egg will get shattered.
God, that thing got wrecked.
And Volix, yeah, he's in some trouble here. Walrus punch to the face. They'll shatter that ice cube. It's a 3-0. No one has a buyback. Empire just all of a sudden erupting with some huge momentum, and we'll forget about Roche, look towards the base. Now they scout out Roche, maybe they'll go back for it. They actually just want this Shadow Fiend.
They found him. There's the Yules. He has a BKB, and he's pretty strong, but if the PL gets on top of him, nothing's saving Empty.
Yeah.
They have the Hex, and with that, another jump forward
Lotus
soon for the Doppelganger. Yeah, the cleanse is decent.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I don't know what else Bounty Hunter would have gotten. Like, even an Assault Cuirass or whatever probably is not going to make a difference, so...
Yeah.
And
I guess it's a more...
It's definitely not the reason why this game is turned around, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely not. No, we got to hunt up here. It's Glyph comes out. Nemphy now initiated on. He's in a lot of trouble. He'll pop the BKB, turns to the Requiem.
They phased it
and destroyed it.
The double destroyed plays by Empire.
What a play. Now the Glyph is down.
That's like synchronized swimming. Oh my, what a pleasure to watch.
Very nicely done. Now this game seems to be Empire's. There is a buyback available on Nemphy, but no Glyph. They'll clear out this tier 3 tower. 4 anchors maybe just taking this time to think about what went wrong, what they can do in the next game. Nemphy buys back now, but Meta creeps on the horizon. The melee barracks will get shattered, and that's it. The final fight for this game is 4ASC desperately trying to make a hold. Nemphy gets hexed. Song of the Siren sets things up, and he'll be in some trouble here. Out comes the Cold Embrace, resets a little bit, but Winter Wyvern gets punished for his insolence. Now Nemphy just completely focused down. No options here. We'll try to lifesteal back up, and they just can't do it. Trixie giving him the Sunray. He'll BKB, heads for the hills as Matumba Man jumps in. He wants vengeance for his fallen comrades, but slits his wrist in the end as he commits suicide. GG is called, and it is Empire that takes game number 1.
25k gold lead, 30,000 gold, swing over 15 minutes.
What a game 1.
Great play by Empire, but if you're 4 anchors, you have to look at this like, what the hell happened here, Andrew? We had this game.
Man, electric. So, 2 big takeaways here. 1, 4 anchors showing us that they can tango with the top, giving Empire a run for their money and coming damn close to turning this game on its head. But Empire, in the end, they